Hello, welcome to Beyond Science. Today we're going to be looking at a worksheet called Spot the Cell Mistakes Biology Worksheet. First we'll start by asking the question, how familiar are you with the structure of cells? In this worksheet we're going to be looking at animal cells, plant cells and bacterial cells. And we're going to be looking at 3 students and their descriptions of each. It's going to be your job to look at the truth of what they're saying, but also find the mistakes and correct them. Let's start by looking at the first one. I hope you have your sheet to hand. Jayden is describing an animal cell. He says that an animal cell has a centralised nucleus that is within the cytoplasm and it has a cell membrane and a cell wall. What mistake has Jayden made? Let's have a look. Remember, he's describing an animal cell. He says it has a central nucleus in the cytoplasm and is surrounded by a cell membrane and a cell wall. Can you correct Jayden's description? Let's have a look. An animal cell has a central nucleus in the cytoplasm, which is surrounded by a cell membrane. It also contains mitochondria and ribosomes. Animal cells do not have a cell wall. Try using this description to draw the correct structure of an animal cell, and your animal cell should look something like this. We've looked at an animal cell. Now let's look at a different type. Alayah is describing a bacterial cell. She says it has a central nucleus in the cytoplasm and is surrounded by a cell membrane and a cell wall. It also contains plasmids and a flagellum. What mistake has Alayah made in her description? Let's hear it again. She says a bacterial cell has a central nucleus that is held within the cytoplasm. She said it has a cell membrane and a cell wall, and that she thinks a bacterial cell contains plasmids and a flagellum. How would you correct Alayah's description of a bacterial cell? Let's look at a correct description. A bacterial cell has free DNA in the cytoplasm, which is surrounded by a cell membrane and a cell wall. It can also contain plasmids and may have a flagellum. Try using this correct description and label a correct structure of a bacterial cell. You should have drawn and labelled something that looks like this. Let's try one more. Mohammed is describing a plant cell. He says that a plant cell has a central nucleus held within the cytoplasm, a large permanent vacuole, mitochondria and ribosomes. He said it's only surrounded by a cell wall. Can you spot the mistakes in Mohammed's description? Let's hear it again. He says it has a central nucleus in the cytoplasm, a large permanent vacuole, mitochondria and ribosomes. The cell is only surrounded by a cell wall. How would you correct this description of a plant cell? Let's have a look at a correct description. A plant cell has a central nucleus in the cytoplasm, a large permanent vacuole, mitochondria and ribosomes. The cell is surrounded by a cell membrane and a cell wall. It also contains chloroplasts. Remember, most plant cells, and I'm thinking all of the ones apart from a root cell, need to contain chloroplasts because they need to photosynthesize. Use this description to draw and label the correct structure of a plant cell. Your plant cell should look something like this. In this video, we have recapped the structure of plant cells, animal cells and bacterial cells. How confident are you that you'll be able to remember this next time you visit it?